Now then, welcome back to Utopia³, the Resurrection server. I've been doing a bit. I've been doing a fair bit. I've been doing quite a bit. I've got a bit sorted over here. It's looking a little tidier. I'm not happy with the roof though. The roof is the same height as this roof, the same height as this roof is going to be, the same height as this roof is going to be. It's the same height. However, it just feels awkward. Probably because I've used these blocks over here. What I've done here is I've added carpenter's wedges to light the area. And I think that's my mistake. I think that's where I went wrong. I've now got all the tesseracts for the mob farms. So tesseracts in all the right places. I haven't yet got anything other than the wither skeletons. Nothing down here. Nope, nothing down here. That's good. The wither skeletons and the enderman. So I want a blaze as my third one and potentially slime. But slime's not necessarily the one I want. And not necessarily. I don't know what the final one is yet. I don't know. But I've hooked up the these so that they're all connected up. They've got essence and energy all ready to go. All ready to start spawning. All ready to start working, but I want a way to turn them on and off. And using the tesseracts, like I said last episode, just isn't going to cut it for me. I'm trying to figure out a way of using level emitters and applied energistics to fire it all. So what we got is we're going to have a level emitter there. That's 1, 2... Wait, give me that. 2, 4, basically. 4 level emitters. And those 4 level emitters, we're going to have the stock coming up here. So there's going to... Up here? Where did I just fall down? Oh, down here. It's up there. Here we go. I'm going to have the stock showing in barrels up here. So I've got 4 barrels. 1 barrel for each of the main resources up here. So the system, the AE system in the main area is still going to have everything. It's still going to receive everything. But I want to put some storage buses on these and level emitters on the spawners to slow things down. So endermen make ender pearls. So ender pearls and a level emitter will turn it off. That's 8 though. 8 is technically a sub-network. And in order to make a sub-network, you need to have... well, you need to have another storage bus and an interface. The storage bus, the interface counts to one of the 8 channels, which means that I've got a bit of a problem over there. But before we do all that, I made a security terminal just, and a few more controllers, back at the tanker. The security terminal is meant to be... well, it's here because I want to not restrict access to people, but to be able to use wireless access to this terminal over here. So while I'm over there, I can use wireless access to get into this place. And as far as I'm aware, okay, these are the things I can do. These are the things I've got. I've got a wireless terminal charged up. I can plug that in and get it out. Now it's linked, so I should be able to access the system. Wireless out of range. I'm right here, dude. Dude, I'm right here. I think I got another one. Yeah, I got another one. I made a few of these. These are quite cheap. Let's put this on there then. Why not? Yeah, just there. Light it up. Yeah. Okay, so now. Yes, now I've got access to the applied energistic system from here, or from wherever I am, which is very, very useful. Very useful indeed. Of course, it's very useful. You understand that, don't you? Yes. But I can also secure this with a biometric card. Now, if I put this biometric card in there, I don't know if that's got any username or anything. I can have access to everything because I placed the block. So I place a security terminal, but I can give access to people based on this biometric card. So I can say user can access and modify the security terminal of a network. Yes, maybe. Deposit. Allowed to deposit items. Allowed to withdraw items. Allowed to craft jobs. Not allowed to modify. No. And can access and modify the security terminal network. No. So this one is deposit, withdraw, and craft. So if I take that, now if I give that to somebody, if I give that biometric card to somebody, such as Ego, then he can access everything in the AE system the same as me, but nobody else should be able to. Should be able to. That's potential. And I can get one of those for Nicholas and for Akko and for Lewis as well, so that they can access things in the system. But right now, the first thing I want to do is set up a kind of a storage system over here. And I'm thinking that I want everything to come back to this central spot. As it's a central area, I'm thinking that I'm going to put my new controller. So I've got a few more bits and pieces for controller. I'm going to put that in here. So this is going to be my control room. Yeah, that's what I'm planning. So I think I need to go down underneath here with the wiring. So let's dig out some space here. Oh God. If this is all dirt, kill me now. Okay, there. Let's just take it straight underneath. There we go. Okay, so I want wireless access. Yeah, I've got that. I want this to actually come into here, but I want it lowered down, I should think. I want it going into this trench here. So let's carve out another little route. I'm all for carving out routes today. Look, my silk touch pick can put it all back straight again in no time at all. So it's all fine, don't worry. Let's make some space down here and lead some cables around. Now I happen to have quite a lot of cables on me because I also batch made a load of that. But now, wireless out of range. Wireless out of range. Oh God, that range isn't very good, is it? Okay, I'm going to have to put some range increases around the place as well. Okay, so from here, this is just going to be the main area. So we're going to go down 4 blocks, let's say. Yeah, okay. So let's start with... do I want the controller in the floor? Controller in the floor would look pretty sweet, wouldn't it, actually? Controller in the floor. Controller around this edge here in the floor would look pretty awesome. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do that. Let's place some cables down here and bring it all the way down here. Not there. Let's not derp this all... the whole episode. Let's not derp the whole episode up. Okay. Oh, done it again. And... right. And I'll be placing the stone back like this over the top of it all as well, just to secure it all nicely. Okay, this in here. Now I'm going to need to put this in there and then get some level emitters onto these and set the level emitters up so that they will not allow the spawning if I've already got a huge stock. Because I found that I've got a large supply, a large supply of ender pearls. Because this ender pearl generation over here, the Enderman farm, had been running for a very long time. A very long time indeed. And it hadn't been able to stop. It hadn't been able to stop because I hadn't told it how to stop. So I've got over 1,000 ender pearls in the system and not a lot I can do about it. There and there and there. Okay, so they're the level emitters set up. Well, the level emitters aren't actually on there, and I haven't crafted the level emitters yet, but they're the level emitters set up, ready to go. The next thing then, so that's going to be straight from a controller. A controller up there is going to give me 32 channels, but I'm only using 8. I'm only using 8 down here so far with those level emitters, so the next thing is to P2P a section. Well, not P2P, system, yeah, set up a section. So that is basically what I want to do around here and going up this way. I suppose I could have increased the number of channels by putting bigger cable up here, but that's just too much. That's too much stuff going on. Too many parts, and I don't have the materials. Okay, so the storage side of things I can do on a separate network. But no, that's interface. I want storage buses. That's what I want. And interfaces. Yeah, there we go. And also some quartz fiber. Okay. So, if I have this half, then that'll be 2 of those and 2 chests. That'll be 4, and 5 will be the level limiter. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so we are going to have... This is coming from the main applied energistics side, I think. Yeah, that's coming from the main applied energistics. So from this side, we're going to have it just connecting straight up. So we've got 2 level emitters and 2 storage buses connected on here. And then I'm going to have a storage bus at the end here. So that's the 5th item that's going to be on this connection. And then I'm going to put an interface on this side, like so, with another connection there. And I do need to give this power, so I'm going to just quickly do something with power around the back here, just to give it what it needs. Okay, we're going to go, this is the power grid, so let's connect it up with some quartz fiber just here. There we go. So now it's connected via a storage bus. A storage bus is saying you store stuff in this system. And this is an interface which is allowing the interface to happen. And then this is just transferring power across, because technically they don't transfer power between them. So this just transfers the power across. So that, in theory, will work perfectly. I will tidy up all the stonework and stuff later and get myself some other bits and pieces sorted. But for right now, that's good enough. And I'm going to put the first controller... where did I put the controllers? Controllers in there. Actually, for temporaries, I am going to just place some more cables and bring it over to this controller over here. Just because that will make things a hell of a lot easier for now. That wasn't meant to connect. Dang it. Okay, let's take these off and see if I've got any cable ties. Have I got cable ties? I should have, because I've been making all sorts out of them. Yeah, there they are. Cable anchors, that's what they're called. Okay, so we'll put a cable anchor there, and we'll put a cable anchor there, and we'll put that there, and that there, and that'll go straight past those then. Okay, and I want it all underground, but just for now, just for proof of concept or whatever you want to call it, this is just going to be out on show for now. Let's just connect it all up, because I'm going to move the whole control over here eventually. I say eventually, it's like the next thing that I want to do after I finish this. Okay, so that now is a straight route from a controller, 8 channels going in over to here, going down here. And that is going to be bringing through here, and these should both be blue. Yes, they are, so they're both working and lit. Okay, now I need to get back up there, put the storage buses on. And that's going to be over this side. So, storage bus. I'm going to put a storage bus on there, and a storage bus on there. And I'm going to hook those up. Which is going to be a simple job, like that, and that, and that. There we go. Now, before I do the final matchup, I want to get what I need to put into these 2 areas. So, we're going to have ender pearls, which is the first thing. Ender pearls. Yeah, look, 1,700 ender pearls. Redonkulous, I tell you. And also blaze rods. So we got some blaze rods. Got blaze rods upstairs. Let's quickly grab a couple of blaze rods just to show where it's going. There we go. I'll just take a few. In fact, I've got to transfer all of these down, really, haven't I? Otherwise, there's no point having it in two places. We don't need two places at once, do we? And that can go over here now as well. So, this storage bus I'm going to set up to be blaze rods. You don't really need to set it when it's on a barrel, but when the barrel doesn't necessarily have anything in it, you need to set it up. Okay, so that's that. So that's those two should be good. So whichever way round that was it? Oh, I can't remember which way round it was now. Okay, I literally just did that. Let's have a look at this one. That one's blaze rods. So the closest one is blaze rods. Okay, gimme. Dang doors. Let me out. Thank you. So the first one is blaze rods. Second one, ender pearls. Okay, now to check the system's working, I don't just need to fill this in and have endermen start spawning. I can also just take things out of the system and put them back in again. So, for instance, I can take out a load of ender pearls here. Okay, so that should be all set. So now I've got no ender pearls in the system whatsoever. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Now, the barrel over here, I've put all of the stock out of the system into there. So now, if I connect these up with a little bit of this, boom, now the system should read that I've got all of those ender pearls in the system. Ender. No, why not? Why you no read it? Why not? What's wrong? You have power? You have some power? You have some power. Tell me you have some power. You don't currently have any power. Okay, why? What have I done wrong? Let's have a look. So we've got this all connected up here. I haven't connected these ones up either. Okay. So that goes there, and that one goes there. That's good. Okay. Now it should be reading in the system. You know, I should be filling all that stone in and sorting it all out as I go, really, shouldn't I? Okay, so we got that in the system. Yeah, 714 pearls in there. Okay. Right. So, my next thing. These ender pearls I've got stored upstairs. So, my next thing, let's just disconnect that. And we should see that all the ender pearls have gone. Yep, all the ender pearls have gone. Now I'm going to take this back to the upstairs into the attic and have a look to see how many ender pearls are in a barrel and set it to being just under that when I put the level emitter on. We're all the way upstairs. I've got this little area set up here already, which is all set up and raring to go. Let's put you next to the string. No, that'll be spider eyes. No, spider eyes have gone over there. So we've got mob drops over this side. Hey, mob drops over this side. Yeah, this will do. Up, get me up. That's the trouble with flying and these little roofs. Let's put that there. There we go. Okay, so I've got all sorts of places up here that's connected via various means, but basically it's the same thing. Under here, let's see, can I pop this? Yep, pop this and pop this and pop this one. There we go. Right, so under here we've got the same system going on. I've got an input. Let's look at the input. Yeah, the input is the next one on. No, that is the input. The input's at the back here. There we go. Right, so from downstairs, this is coming all the way up through the pillars. So that I've got access to it on all floors, right? It's then powering this sub-network over here. And it's connected over here to 2 storage buses. And it's also connected to the power to that sub-network there. So this subnetwork starts here at the interface, takes its power from there, and goes off to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 storage areas, and it's got an interface, so that's 7. And the same is on that side, 7 with here, and that then comes down and goes all the way down. And I've done the same setup on the other side. So with this nice little neat setup here, I've managed to get 14 storage on this side and 14 storage locations on this side, including filing cabinets being a storage location. And I don't know if you know, the best thing about filing cabinets is that a filing cabinet can have multiple types of item in, so long as they share the same metadata, not metadata, NBT, one of those two, the same item number. The same item number. If they share the same item number, they sit in the filing cabinet. So then you make these little things which are cable facades, which is simply these cable anchors around whatever block you want it to be, and you get 4 little cable facades, and then you just plonk them down to cover up your wiring. In this case, anyway. In other places, you might not want to cover your wiring, or you might want to bury your wiring in the floor. But because I already had a build here, this now looks like it's purely purely wood planks, doesn't it? It looks like it's actual wood planks, and this storage doesn't actually have any connection to the applied energistics, unless you see the underside like that. Yeah, that was the idea, was to hide the applied energistics, which is also going to happen down in here. This wireless was just me testing the wireless thing. And down here we've got the control panels, the crafting menus accessible, but you can't see the wires. So I'm trying very hard to hide the wires up here, but downstairs I may not have to worry about it too much. Not too much. So next up then, level emitters. Let me see if I can easily craft a level emitter or something. The ender pearls now is 1024. That's the number of stacks in a barrel. So I'm going to set it at, say, yeah, 1200 for instance. Let's have a look at level emitters. That's levers. That's a level emitter. Okay, so I need calculation presses and redstone torches. Nope. Have I got no calculation presses? I've got some printed circuits, so we're going to need 4 altogether. And silicon. Yeah, I've got enough silicon. 1, 2, 3, 4. And redstone. So I'll craft these up, and I'll be back in just a minute with it all in working order, hopefully. Oh, well, I've just been messing around with it for a bit. And I've got the level emitter underneath there. And I set the level emitter to 1200. Thinking a barrel full and a bit in the AE system would turn it off. But it turns out that because, and you probably already knew this, you're probably already slapping your faces and face palming. But it turns out that because this is on a separate system, this one, that one, and these 2 barrels are on a separate subnetwork, that it can only read from the subnetwork. Which means that these barrels are my controller barrels. So if I take all of the pearls out of this set here, until there's less than 200, which would take me a lot of doing, but let's take them all out anyway. If we take them all out there, I've set it down to 200 now. So now, because there's no ender pearls in the system, it'll start spawning again, you see? And as soon as it gets to 200, it will turn the spawner off. But because it's on a subnetwork, it's not reading the load that we've got at base. So I've got to get rid of them all. So I'll put them all in there. That should turn it back off again. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's turned it all off again. Okay, so apart from hiding all this wire and stuff, we've got to do that. Now, the other barrel I've got upstairs that makes us have a full barrel, that's over 1,000, just upstairs in a barrel. I'm going to take the whole barrel over to the ship's AE system and just throw it all into the tanker, store it all away there. I don't need to have 2 storage spaces for ender pearls. And I don't need 2 storage spaces for blaze rods. And the next thing to do is going to catch a blaze and install it in here. And on this side, well, we're going to go wither heads, I think. I don't think they're going to spawn and work the right way, but have I got any schools left? No, I haven't got any schools left. I think I got rid of them all. We were getting withers spawning and wither schools the last time I set this up. So let's have a quick check to see if we can do it again here. So, I haven't got any schools at the moment to be able to do this. So, I'm just going to have to do it once I've got the first school. So, I'm going to run around a little bit and just let them spawn in a bit. Let me get that torch just in case, you never know. And if I place this here, can I still access it? Can I? Yes, I can. Okay. So, we're going to put the skeleton in there. Now, it may have been that it was on Cursed Earth last time, which is why it was working. And this time, it isn't. So we've got power, we've got work. Yeah, we've got that. Can I reach? Oh, there we go. We've just got standard skeletons in here now. So maybe because it was Cursed Earth under there, that it was with the skeletons. Yeah, we're definitely only getting skeletons now, aren't we? Can I reach it? Can I get it? Can I get it? Can I take this out quickly? There we go. Okay. Now, it was only exact copy, wasn't it? Yeah, it was not. Oh, exact copy, no. That's why it was potentially working like that. Okay, let's do that again then. Let's try it again. Okay, let me access that. Put exact copy yes in it this time. And let's see what we get spawning in there. If we get some wither skeletons spawning without Cursed Earth, then that's good to go. And then I'll just see if we get any wither heads spawning. Do I get anything? Can I access it again? It's slowly building up the power to do the exact copy. This is going to take a hell of a lot of essence. And it's going to take a lot of power and a lot of time to spawn. And it's up there. Now it's idling, ticking over idly. Okay, spawning. There we go. Aha, yes. So that's okay. That works. And then he dies. And then we see if we get any skeleton heads. Whoa, hello. Hello there. How you doing? Oh, man. So it's going to take a little while. They're going to spawn very slowly, but they are going to spawn, which is a good thing. And the next thing I need to do is just check on schools and wait for the schools to appear. And when I start getting some schools, then I can set the level emitter to say, I don't know, 9 schools. When we've had 9 wither schools, then stop spawning wither skeletons. That'll be something simple, won't it? And I'm also going to go and find blazes. Okay, well, that was fairly brief on sub-networks. There's other people that have been creating sub-networks as well. So recently, just to name a couple, I think Funshine and Mr. Thrack, they're messing about with AE systems at the minute as well. So you may see their sub-networks on there. And also Landstrider's done some stuff on sub-networks. And on Akko the Builder's D20 playthrough, he has also been doing sub-networks and things as well. So the little things that I've shown you today are just the basics. I'm going to try and figure them all out and work them all through to make these systems all hook up nicely together. And I'm going to try and show you as best as possible how I'm squeezing them in. Because obviously this pipe here, this cable here, is not in the right place. What I mean by squeezing in is like in my attic space. I've got to try and hide all the cables and hide all the wiring. So it's a bit more... for instance, the other guys, they've got a lot of space. So they just put the wires and the cables where they need them. And they hook it all up and all that. Whereas I've hidden all of mine here. So it's more that subtlety of hiding stuff and what little tricks I can come up with to show you in future episodes little things like this. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next episode of Utopia³ the Resurrection.